Hey, who wants to join me for a sneak peek behind the curtains inside membership to the Akashic Academy? Welcome everybody to the Akashic Show. We are going to have a very special new moon and solar eclipse ceremony this morning. This is something that we do together every single month inside the Akashic Academy. And I'm so excited to share this special sacred time with all of you guys today, with our bigger community at large. Welcome to your Friday morning edition of the Akashic Show. It's been so long since I've been with you guys. I'm really excited to be back. Cindy, hello. Cynthia, hello. Justin is here. Julio is here. Mama Bree's here. What's up, Mama Bree? And Nancy Louise, Ben is here too. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Let me invite you guys to share too. Whew. I feel my spirit getting pumped up. It's been a while, like I said, since I've been with you guys. It has been a wonderful holiday season. The time with my family has been incredibly special. And thank you guys for all coming back and hanging out, even though it's been a while. I can tell you from kind of like a behind the scenes inside of Emily Harrison, which, by the way, I do want to introduce myself. I am Emily Harrison, founder and director here of the Akashic Academy. My partner, Coach Nick, who is normally sitting by my side on Friday mornings, is traveling today. He's taken some time off too, immersing himself in family, and it's been really, really good for us to have that space. And what I was going to share with you guys, though, when you're building an audience and you're building a community and you're running that marathon, you're leading the movement, you're going. Sometimes it can be difficult, at least for me, to give myself permission to take the time off to unwind. But this season has been different. I've given myself that permission, and I've dove in with my family, and I've seen a lot of where my triggers come up. Triggers come up with your family, don't they? Hair. But I'm really proud of the way that I'm able to see my own patterns, the way that I am able to recognize what the things are that are coming up that are triggering me, because those triggers are just the areas where we just can learn to release density. We can learn to release hurt, frustration, memory, perhaps, that we've held on to. And it's so important as we're going into 2019, especially this beautiful day, this new moon, which is the time for planting seeds and manifesting. The more of that density that we release, the lighter we become, and the more malleable our universe becomes, the easier it is to move and shift things within our world. So I'm really excited to, like I said, give you guys a behind the scenes look into what we do every single month inside the Akashic Academy. We not only do new moon ceremonies, but we do full moon ceremonies as well. So full moon is the time when we take a look, we release, and new moon is the time when we plant seeds, when we manifest. And we have a lot of exciting things coming up for our moon ceremonies in 2019. So far, Coach Nick and I have been trading off that responsibility and privilege and honor of showing up inside the Academy. But as we grow and expand, and we have so many amazing healers coming in and joining us, and teachers, we're finding ways that we can collaborate even more within our community. So we're very excited to bring you not only Coach Nick's and my perspectives on new moon and full moon ceremonies, which you guys who hang out with us, you guys know those are a little bit different. I'm going to take you through a new moon ceremony today. The way I do it Akashic style, moving into our Akashic records and just accessing that higher level of wisdom, guidance, clarity, insight, inspiration, healing. When we are creating, when we are allowing ourselves to become aware of what we want to create. And Coach Nick brings his Vedic knowledge, his Hare Krishna experience. How did I do roll in my R's there? I was pretty pleased with myself right there. Coach Nick does a lot of chanting. Chanting is super powerful. And as we continue to grow this year in 2019, we're going to be bringing you more ways that our community shows up and participates. There's so many ways that we can bring our awareness to the way we can release what no longer serves us and what we want to create, setting goals for ourselves. Truthfully, it doesn't matter what modality or what energetic expression or what you know, what etheric knowledge each one of us is bringing through. We all have our own unique understanding of this. It's when we collaborate and when we share it. And also, just imagine when you set in motion in your life a pattern where you show up in a collective community to release and to grow every single month. Oh my gosh, what you can accomplish gets really big. Because anytime you bring your focus and awareness to anything, it's going to grow. We're becoming conscious enough that we know we got to keep that shit in check because we don't want to have our focus on things we don't want more of, right? All right. Coach Nick and I actually have a structure that we do the show here. I'm going to actually try to follow it. But I am doing a lot of combining today. Normally, after Coach Nick and I talk about how wonderful each other are, which I'll talk about how wonderful my partner, Coach Nick, is. I love myself some Coach Nick. Coach Nick and my partnership, as we came together and we really learned to grow in friendship and in business partnership together, man, it took a lot from both of us. And the amazing thing is, energetically, we recognized that the more we would come to the plate and be soft and collaborative and supportive of each other and uplifting of each other, the more that energy permeates the space. And you guys can see the expansion here of everybody who comes in and works with us is just so exciting. And we love celebrating that with you guys. So normally I do a puppet show. I'm combining stuff today because Coach Nick is gone. I'm combining the puppet show and the news. Let's talk about a little bit of news. You guys seen the magazine? Holy cow, who has seen our magazine? The Akashic magazine is phenomenal. Bridget Sloan, our editor, does an amazing job of bringing together knowledge, beautiful images, poetry, like everything. This is a total package. And I am just so, so proud of it. If you guys have not downloaded the Akashic magazine yet, I'm going to try to multitask here and make sure that I download. I don't think I can multitask and download the link at the same time. If any of you guys out there want to grab that link and post it, otherwise I'll go back and post it after the show. I know better than to try to multitask. I am going to share out real fast. If you guys haven't shared out, share us out a little bit. Let's get a big old audience here going together today as we do this new moon ceremony together. So, magazine, that's number one piece of news. The next piece of news about the magazine, I'll be darned if we did not forget to include our beautiful Krista Higginbotham, host of Synchronista on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. in the lineup. That is an oversight on our part. And so I just want to publicly apologize to Krista. And okay, so now's where I'm going to bring in the puppet show. Normally, Coach Nick and I do a drum roll. Check this out. I'm going to do a real drum roll for you guys today. For Christmas. I'm unplugging so you can hear him. Ready? Drum roll. I need to learn how to play my bongos. Krista! I pulled out your old puppet. I dug through my puppet collection. This is you, my friend. Okay, so this is Krista a long time ago. I have to clarify. The first time, and I'll tell the story. The first time that I met Krista's the mama of the little kids, as you guys know. And you can tell this is a long time ago because Krista's hair is very long now and she's got very chic bangs that she's rocking. Krista is transforming. She had barbecue sauce on her shirt that week too, so I teased her a bit by drawing barbecue sauce on her shirt, and I drew her leaning against the toilet. Because the first time I met Krista, God bless her, Mama Bear, I know how this goes, she had snuck into the bathroom, which is kind of the mom office, to have a free chat session with me where about Krista and what she was doing, and I just felt her energy right then and there. I knew that she had a lot to share with the world. I knew she had big things to do on the planet, and I am so happy that you're here with us, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we overlooked that in our magazine. Okay, here's the next piece of news, and I am just beyond excited about our 1-year anniversary celebration coming up. You guys, we have giveaways, session giveaways. I know I'm giving away an Akashic Records reading. I know Christy Warnick's giving away a session. Kiara's giving away a session. Kiara Lani. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Kiara. Kira Lonnie. I think I was mushing all the vowels together in Kira's name like the Om. I think some of the ladies at Spirit Sessions are also giving away some sessions. We are going to be celebrating on their show tomorrow, Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. They were our very first show to debut 1 year ago. And you guys can see how much growth has happened around here in the past year. I am so honored to be collaborating with all of you who are coming forward to learn more about your gifts, your skills, your abilities, how you can show up to contribute. And that is what we are supporting inside the Academy. We are rocking, leading the charge of light workers. This is the rise, and I hope you guys can feel it. I can feel it. I'm very, very excited about not only all of the things that we've accomplished here in 2018, and I should say back in 2018, but everything that not only is here for the expansion of the Academy, but for each of you individually and each of your families, just holding that space for the highest good for everybody. I'm excited to dive into a new moon ceremony with you guys. Today is not only the first new moon. I'm gonna put my incense out. I got special incense for us, clearing some space here. This is the very first new moon of 2019. Of course, new moons are time when we plant seeds of intention. These are setting our goals. And this is especially a big one. There's a partial, easy enough for me to say, solar eclipse falling right on this day. So we're gonna have a little story hour here. Everybody come on in for story hour. Hey, thank you for posting the Akashic magazine. Also, I wanted to post the link to our event tomorrow, so you guys can be sure to join us. Share that out. Our 1 year celebration of the Akashic Network. And we're going to be celebrating with the ladies of Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. So I will post that link if it doesn't get posted, but I have a feeling one of my amazing people out there is going to go grab that and post it. Share, 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 share. That's all I can say. We're giving away stuff you want to share. Anytime there are giveaways, you just want to start sharing. Okay, come on in for story hour. I want to share with you guys, this is the website that I personally love tuning into for all of the new moon, full moon, that cycle. I find that this particular website, it's called Forever Conscious, and I will go back and post that for you guys so you can check that out. Has just really fantastic information. And since we're holding space, and I want to invite you guys to get big on these intentions that we're planting for this new moon ceremony. All right? These people at Intuitive Astrology and Forever Conscious, I really want to find those writers. I want to let them know how amazing I think they are. I want to ask them if they maybe want to contribute an article to the Akashic magazine. I'm gonna get big. I'm gonna go. And again, like I'll tell you guys from behind the scenes, inside the mind and heart of Emily. Yeah, I'm a steamroller. I like to set big goals and rock and roll. But sometimes it makes my belly a little bit nervous when I start reaching beyond where I feel comfortable. Sometimes I feel like, oh, these people, this is too big for me. This is too big for me. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about that when we get into the intentions that we're setting. Because I got my special Jackson Galaxy shirt on today. All right? We're going to get big. Okay. This January 5th, 6th, partial eclipse in Capricorn lights up new pathways and will be helping unfold new storylines in our life. I decided to read this because truthfully, it's so good and so amazing. I want to give them credit, and paraphrasing it would just take me more brain power than reading it to you. All right, but let me wet my whistle a little bit before I continue. Because anytime we're talking about unfolding new storylines, your ears start perking up, right? You're like, more? I want to hear more about that. This is a powerful time for new beginnings. However, we have to stay open to see exactly what new beginnings the universe has in store for us. The path ahead may not always be what it seems. So we have to keep listening and stay plugged in to the guidance of the universe. Think of your life path like a tree with many branches. They all reach to the sky, but there are numerous ways to get there. Some branches are strong and straight, and others are crooked and bent. There is no right or wrong way. There is only adventure, travel, exploration for this short journey we call life. By the way, when I said that the words there is no right or wrong, there is only adventure, travel, man, energy, I have to just tell you guys, it palpably shot through my body. I felt it. If any of you guys felt it, let us know you felt it. On this partial eclipse in Capricorn, a new branch of your tree will become clearer, and you will have the option to see where it may lead you. This branch may take you in a totally new direction, or it may simply give you a helping hand on the path you are already on. This is powerful energy and indicates the start of a new cycle. We have several Capricorn eclipses on the way this year, so this solar eclipse in January will help to set the tone and pave the way for the journey to come. I felt it again. That's why I'm wiggling here and mossy. It is not going to be possible to understand the entire pathway when it first emerges. Breathe that in. It will take time. And we will need to trust the timing of the events that unfold. While we may not have the full story, if we open ourselves, if we open our hearts and trust our intuition, we may feel ourselves being called in a particular direction. The year ahead lays before us with so much opportunity and potential. If we listen and if we take a moment to pause, we will hear which way we are being guided to travel. I felt it again. Following the eclipse, we enter into the eclipse gateway or portal, which is the time in between eclipses. The next eclipse comes on January 20th, and this will be a blood moon eclipse in Leo. This eclipse is extremely potent, which is why it would be wise to use the gentler energy of the solar eclipse to recharge, dream big, aim high, and to think about your future. Whatever wishes you make during the solar eclipse at the start of the month will help the universe to know what to clear and what to move away for you during the lunar eclipse at the end of the month. By making space, the universe will be able to deliver you more of the opportunities and potentials that are on offer for you. Overall, the partial solar eclipse is going to be setting the stage. While we may not have the whole picture, we will start to feel and see new opportunities and new pathways opening up for us. We may feel pulled in a new direction, or we may feel possibilities and pathways where we once saw barriers and walls. We may also feel the desire to make some much needed changes in our life and to set on course a new mission. Change is definitely a theme around this solar eclipse, so stay open and see what changes the universe brings your way, or feel into the changes you are being guided to make. The time to open your heart, mind, and soul is now. Open up and see the new potential that is before you. The energy will be strong as the sun and moon meet. So use it to start over, to rebirth yourself, and to immerse yourself in the new energies that 2019 will bring. Stay hopeful about the future and know that there is a new glowing pathway opening up for you. Don't worry too much about which direction to go in or what steps to take. Just let yourself be called to action. Know that you can dream big and aim high. There are infinite possibilities in this realm. All you need to do is open yourself and see them. Once you do, you will see that anything is possible and that you are capable of anything. We all spend so much time worrying about what our purpose is, but our true purpose is to just be ourselves and to follow the truth that is in our hearts. If you don't find your purpose, you are your purpose. Everything you do is your purpose. And there's more you can align with and know your purpose is within. The more you, sorry, I can't read anymore. Take two. The more you will begin to feel with purpose in your life. Get out of your comfort zone, change up your routine, and see how this solar eclipse helps to bring new sparkle and opportunity into your life. Okay, I'm glad that's over. You can see a couple places it got me, made me a little emotional. big space, big dreams, big goals holding for 2019. So I'm going to lead us into a meditation to bring in that visualization of the branches, the trees. We're going to bring into clarity a new opportunity, a new branch of opportunity. But first, let's write down, and this is always really fun to do because we get to play in the fire. Who doesn't love to play in fire? I don't know, did any of your moms tell you that if you played with fire, you would pee the bed when you were kids? Okay, fire is a beautiful way that we can not only create a sacred metaphor, a sacred symbol for giving our intentions over to the universe and allowing that alchemization process, that transformation process of the physical into ash. But like I said, it's fun to play in fire. Now we are also not only symbolically doing it, but you're physically doing it. And creating with these powerful energies can be as easy as that. So many times, you know, it talked about trusting the steps that unfold. You really have to trust yourself in this as well, and trust that it can be easier than you think. Just put the pieces together. When you bring something from your mind frequency, this etheric realm, this higher realm, pulling it through the mind, the heart, you bring it in, you write it down on paper, you put it into the physical world, and then you use fire to transmute it in the physical world, you are creating a ceremony that honors your alchemization gifts and skills and abilities. So let's rock and roll. Talking about getting big, I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I'm writing down. I told you I've got my Jackson Galaxy shirt on here today. Coach Nick and I did a 3-day retreat weekend, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely fantastic and amazing. We're going to be doing another one of those coming up soon, so if you didn't catch that last one, make sure you get on our next 3-day crash course. But my point is, part of Coach Nick, what he teaches in terms of positioning yourself when you're learning to step into your own business, your own entrepreneurship, your freedompreneurship of your light worker skills and abilities, right? When you're coming forward and you're creating a business, you need to establish yourself as an expert. And we do that by reaching out and media style, asking to be on podcasts, asking to be on people's shows, getting interviews, asking them to come be on our shows. And when I first went through Coach Nick's training, shit, don't we all write Oprah down? I absolutely wrote down Oprah. I wrote down a lot of names on that list that made me feel very, very uncomfortable. And I ended up getting a lot of those people to come on my show, or I asked if I could come be on their show. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't stretched outside of my comfort zone and gone a fishing, as they say. I had the opportunity to meet Jackson Galaxy. If you guys don't know that story, that's a good one too. And maybe about a month ago, and he's somebody that I just really, really admire, deep soul, has deep connections to understanding consciousness, specifically through animals and that relationship of animals and humans in a really, really deep way. And I'll be darned if I didn't manifest myself a little meeting with my friend Jackson Galaxy. He came to town to do a show. And my daughter and I went. We ended up with front row seats. We ended up on stage. I'd made him a gift, so I got to give him the gift. I reached out to Jackson Galaxy when Coach Nick reminded everybody, hey, reach out, make those big asks. I thought, I'm going to go ask Mr. Jackson Galaxy if he might be interested in being interviewed on Vivian. I just used my daughter. Because Vivian went on stage too, and Vivian, that's another thing coming for 2019. Vivian's going to be doing a little show for kids coming up, and she's going to talk about the environment. She's going to talk about animals. And so I asked Mr. Jackson Galaxy, via the way I'm trying to get a hold of him on social media, which isn't necessarily working quite yet, but I'm manifesting it, if he would want to come be interviewed on Vivian's show. I'm also getting really big ideas of, like, you know what, ask him if he wants to be on the cover of a magazine, of an Akashic magazine. You know what else I'm doing? Whew. At night, Vivian and I that's me politely excusing myself for watching TV, everybody. Vivian and I watch TV at night, okay? okay, that's what we do. There's this new show on, I see those, it's coming up. Vivian and I have been checking out this show on the Travel Channel with Megan Fox, where she's going to these sacred places. She's like, I want the truth about what's going on here. But it's really cool. She's going to Stonehenge. We watched the Stonehenge episode, and we watched the Viking warrior women episode. And it's really cool. And I thought, gee, why not go track down Megan Fox and ask her if she wants to be on the cover of one of the magazines? And then I started thinking, oh my gosh, everybody out there is going to think you're a star. Did you see how I bleeped myself out? That's cursing less is one of my New Year's resolutions. How about that? And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to let that go. I'm going to get out of my own way. And I'm going to recognize that, you guys know what? I had a job. I'll tell you another behind the scenes story. And this is a special episode today, so we're going to be running along. Sorry about that. Behind the scenes, here's a little behind the scenes of Emily. Back in my Hollywood days when I was auditioning and working and not working as much as I wanted to, I would take little jobs and stuff on the side, and I started working for this organic baby food company. And I would go to trade shows. Part of what made me damn good at talking to people all day long was I would go to these trade shows and I would talk to people about baby food. But this organic baby food was so cool. It was really special, something special. And within this company, it was really interesting. It was just a beginning startup company, and they were growing and expanding. And I'm just recognizing this right now in this moment. I must have got energetically downloaded with that and not even realized it until this moment. One of the cool things about that company was that as they grew, there were ideas that we as the people who worked with them could bring to the table and say, hey, would you like to try this? And kind of what we do with the Akashic Academy. We're growing and creating space for people to create new things and stand in their power with us. Bringing Bridget on and having Bridget do the magazine, whew, man, I just want to keep on making great decisions like that. I just got to say, right? Okay. So with this baby food company, I came up with this idea. Why not gift beautiful baby food baskets to celebrity moms who are bringing their kids to set? Because kids get hungry on set too. And there's, it's a very difficult thing to have your kids at work with you, even if you're a famous Hollywood mom. So I pitched them this idea. They're like, we love it. So then I was like, oh hell, how am I going to track down these celebrity moms? And so I just began using my resources. I found out who their agents were. I contacted their agents. I asked if we could send a basket to set. And I started just like finding my way just randomly as I set that intention and figured it out. So that's what I'll do with Mr. Galaxy. We've got a lot of big name connected people in our community, and I'm just gonna let go of any of you all who want to call me a star. Fine, I don't care. Truthfully, being able to release all judgment and be able to see into the soul of people who are searching and seeking, that makes me excited. So I'm writing down Jackson Galaxy and Megan Fox. Just saying it out loud right now. That's big. Reaching out, getting some collaboration. Maybe they want to submit an article. Maybe they want to be on the cover. Maybe they want to come for an interview. I want to know what's big in your all's life. What is big and scary that makes you feel like people are going to judge you or going to call you a nasty name? And I want you to get powerful and big enough and brave enough and courageous enough to write it down on your piece of paper. All right? Write down your things. And then, like I said, we're going to play in a little bit of fire, and then we're going to go into a meditation activation together. We're going to go into our records, and we're going to ceremoniously create and invite in that experience, that energetic experience of allowing one of your tree branches to become more clear and prominent. All right, if you're gonna participate and play in the fire, I suggest you got to have a pan or a bowl. I have a shell that I use. Okay, put it in the shell. I'm going to let that burn while we move into the space of our records. You guys ready? All right. Oh, Lord Almighty, you guys. It's smoking so much I can't even see. I got to put it by the window. Oh, good gracious. That might have been a bad idea because the wind is blowing in and it is smoking like crazy right now. I just got to pour a little of my coffee in. All right, perfect. Now it smells like burnt paper and coffee in here. And you guys got to see I got my ski bibs on underneath because I'm going skiing after this. All right. Settling in. We're going to move into the space of our Akashic records now. By taking a nice few deep cleansing breaths. The Akashic records are the etheric field that holds all information, all past, present, future existing infinite possibilities. Every detail of our lives recorded from a perspective of unconditional love and zero judgment. So when we move into this space, we naturally access this level of understanding of ourselves and learning to hold this high level of frequency so that you clearly get information in the space. It takes a while, but it doesn't matter how attuned to this frequency you are at this point. As you move into the space of your Akashic records, you are going to receive the support, the upgrades, it's almost like a bandwidth expansion every time that you go in so that your cells learn to hold more light. All right? So regardless of how clear any of this feels to you, regardless of how much you feel it or you see it, know that just being present in this experience is allowing you to receive. Everybody take a nice deep breath in together. You start by moving into that frequency of oneness. Exhale with our breath, honoring that cosmic breath of the universe with each other. Nice deep breath in. And a gentle pause at the top, like you're going over the top of a wave, and then exhaling. One more nice deep breath together. Calling light to you, tipping over the top of that wave. And as you exhale, releasing any stress, any tension. Good. And now just allowing your breath to return to a normal pace. I want you to bring your awareness to your body. Be in a very uplifted body, but a relaxed body as well. Anytime our body is rigid, whether it is a stiffness within our muscular structure, within our bones, whether it's a rigidness in our thoughts, a rigidness in our emotions, our behavioral patterns, that's what causes us to have a resistance. Anytime there's that tension, that rigidness in any aspect of our energy field. So let's be aware of that. We can use our consciousness to soften that for ourselves, even while remaining in an uplifted body. So even while you're very uplifted and the spine is straight now, and the breath is fluidly moving, we're going to relax the body, starting at the toes. And I just want you to allow, it's almost like the boundaries of the physical body are disappearing and just becoming light. So starting at the toes, and just allow this energy to run along the body, up the arch of the foot, the heel, circling around, moving up the ankles, up your lower legs, making all of the rigidness of your body to become light energy, moving up your shins and the calves, up into the knees, moving up the quadriceps, the thighs, the hamstrings, those femur bones, all of the legs, the upper legs just disappearing into light, moving up into the hip area. Feel it as it moves up into the torso now, up into the belly, all the way up, slowly releasing the rigidness of the physical body, allowing the body to become light particles, moving that energy all the way up your back into your shoulders. Ooh, down the upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, into the fingertips, becoming full light bodies. Back over the top of your head, neck and shoulders. That light moving, melting away the rigidness of the face, down the nose, the mouth, the chin, the neck, into the heart space. And now as you're breathing, as you've relaxed that physical body, know that when you relax your physical body this way and you release the rigidness with the light into your physical body, your thought body, your emotional body will naturally follow. It's the same principle as having a relaxed tongue. When you have a relaxed tongue, that physical aspect of your body, it allows you to speak softly, kindly, compassionately of yourself and others. It allows you to make good food choices. Okay, so the mental and the emotional bodies follow the physical body. Now I want you to imagine a crystalline tube of light encompassing your light body, your chakras. And I want you to follow with your awareness the connection of that light, that crystalline tube, down into Mother Earth. And those of you guys who hang out and do these exercises with me a lot, you'll notice that vocabulary shifted a bit. Normally we send that light down. This time we're following it down. We're following that natural connection. Once we've released the physical boundaries of our body, this connection is easy to just naturally follow because it just naturally exists. So following that crystalline tube down into Mother Earth, experience moving down through the crust of Mother Earth, through her crystalline caves, through her sacred crystalline waters, and anchoring deep into the crystalline core center. And just being there for a moment and then returning that consciousness back up that crystalline tube. And just, it's almost like this time it shoots straight up through the body, all the way up, and we're going to follow it up into the Akash, following it up through space and time. It passes through all aspects of our solar system, passing our galaxy, passing the other galaxies in our universe, following that connection all the way up. It's interesting, it's not even, as we're following it this way, after we've released the boundaries of the physical body, it's like that column of light doesn't even acknowledge the dimensional boundary that we've crossed. So anchoring into the space of the ether. And then bringing that consciousness back down. And just imagine breathing now and just moving your consciousness through this entire channel, this entire tube, this entire, they're calling it a wormhole timeline. Okay. And now just focusing your consciousness as a pinpoint of light in your heart space. And we're going to stay in that, just holding that pinpoint of light in our heart, holding that in your consciousness and using this awareness to move into the space of our Akashic records. So I invite you guys to repeat after me. With this Om, I relax my body. With this Om, I relax my mind. And let's Om together. With this Om, I release my ego. With this Om, I call in the light. With this Om, I open the Akashic records of Emily Suzanne Harrison. The records are now open. All right, everyone, from this space, I'm going to lead us through a guided meditation, and this meditation is intended as an activation. So as you allow yourself to participate with your imagination, and the more you allow your imagination to create in this space, the more profoundly you will integrate and install these energies into your energetic frequency. As well as the more you participate with your imagination, the more you will experience a sharpening of your visual experience, of how much you actually hear in this space, of how much you feel in this space. So the more you participate, the more you will actually begin to enhance your own experience of the energies. So I want to begin by bringing your awareness, bringing your consciousness to visually experiencing yourself as a tree in the forest. And starting almost like you're like a seedling baby tree, and then allow yourself to time-lapse grow into a very large, beautiful tree, allowing yourself to, in this full growth, this big, beautiful, expansive state, imagine your branches in the springtime with the beautiful buds and the new leaves growing full. Allow with your imagination yourself to experience those leaves growing into full, beautiful summer green trees. Allow yourself to experience the breeze blowing through the branches, hear the birds that sing. And then feeling the season of fall coming, feel your branches begin to release some of the moisture, preparing themselves to go into a dormant transformational time, releasing the beautiful fire into their leaves. See that beautiful feel, experience, smell autumn, smell the leaves, hear them gently as they begin to fall to the ground. Your beautiful, brightly colored red, orange, yellow leaves. And then experiencing winter. Winter coming, falling on your beautiful bare branches as you sleep warmly. Your strength allows you to bear the beautiful ice crystals that form as you participate in creating winter wonderland. As you participate in your own rebirthing process. And now as the ice melts, and still in this wintertime state, I want you to also experience your consciousness now in your childlike self, coming into this forest, coming to you, the tree. And this childlike aspect of yourself, your consciousness, in this lifetime, climbing up that tree, scampering up, sitting comfortably, nestled in the branches, lying back, gazing up, with a beautiful, clear view of all of the branches. They're not obscured by any leaves, by any ice. Just the purity, the pure architectural integrity of all of these different branches, these avenues of your life. And as this child essence of you lays nestled in the lower, secure branches and you're gazing up, allow yourself to survey, just taking in all of the branches. And you'll find that your consciousness, your awareness is going to be drawn to one very sturdy, very magnetic branch, just pulling you in. And with your awareness, allow yourself to just observe that branch. Follow it as it goes up. See the different pathways, perhaps different branches, smaller branches branching off. And allow that experience first to just come into your awareness in that awe. This is a beautiful, sturdy branch leading very high up into this tree that you've never noticed before. Many times when you come to this tree in the other seasons, they've been so covered with leaves, you didn't even notice that this beautiful, sturdy branch was there. And allow yourself to begin to dream as you go up that branch with your imagination. The treehouse that you could build, the elevators that you could build. Just allow your childlike imagination to play. And give yourself just a moment to cultivate this childlike spirit, this imagination. Maybe in your real life, you don't have any desire to build a treehouse this 2019. Use all of this as just that symbolic, that powerful, that metaphoric energy, that storytelling energy that allows us to connect with our inspiration, that allows us to be in that childlike energy, that regeneration, that birthing process, that creative process. I'm getting like a Swiss Family Robinson of a connection with all of your trees as we went up into these higher branches, by the way. Complete with rope swings and bridges and as much other cool shit as we can imagine. Allow yourself to play and create for a few more moments. Bringing your consciousness back now from up there in those higher branches of your imagination, back into that little boy, little girl, little child in your tree. And then just imagine, just like we released our own physical boundaries in the very beginning of this process, allowing that physical boundary of that inner child to just melt away, melting into the tree. And it's almost just like there's a swirling energy, just allowing all of this that we've created to become vapor. Allowing that vapor to melt the physical boundaries separating your tree from all the other trees here in the forest. And just moving back into that space of oneness and connection. So the vapor continues to move up until everything has disappeared and all we are is our breath. Breathing together. Allow yourself to use these last few breaths to honor the work that you've done. Set an intention to use these breaths to stabilize in this energy frequency. Breathe very easily. We want to bring the awareness of ease of bringing these highest dreams into reality. Breathing very easy, integrating, stabilizing, grounding this energy in. We're going to use the grounding also to bring our awareness back to the physical bodies, the grounding process. So beginning to feel your feet again, feel where your feet are connected to the earth. Begin to almost allow that vortex of energy to come up from the feet. And as it spirals up the body, it's bringing the body back into its physical form, spiraling all the way up. Good. And now that the body is back in the physical form, you can feel all the boundaries of your physical body. Feel yourself connected to the earth. Honor your present life here on the planet right now, bringing these energies in, feeling them move in through your feet, sending them down like roots into Mother Earth. Good. Okay, we want to honor all the healing, the knowledge, the activation that has come in for us in this space. As well as just one more time, because it's so important, honoring that frequency of oneness. And with one final Om, closing our Akashic records. The records are now closed. All right. And just allowing yourself to come on back. Nice and slow, breathing. Moving just a little bit. Dancing a little bit, moving that energy through. I went over. Sneaking in quietly. Awesome. Kelly Ritchie, I'm glad you're here. Kim is here. What's up, Kim? Jack, I'm glad to see you too. GC. Whew. Thank you, guys. That was fun. Anna Basket is here. Hello, Dominique. Holly Crane. I love you. Woo. This was a fun time, everybody. Pam, I'm glad you're here. Ooh, I see Kira came in the house too. Welcome, welcome, all of you guys who stayed for that. I'm glad that you had an opportunity to participate. I would love to know, William Lamb here, first time you did this, awesome. I'd love to know, what's your experience? Is this the first time that you've been in your records? Is this the first time that you have done a new moon ceremony? The first time you've gone full witch? Oh no, let's hear about your experiences, guys. I'm taking my hot air balloon for a ride. I love it. Awesome. Holly, I was totally thinking about you because Mr. Aiden Fipsy Boy was here for the week. And I was thinking, I wonder when Miss Holly Crane is coming. I know you got family this way. Anyway, love to you. All right, everybody. Hi, Kim is here. Nancy, nice hammock into swinging in the wind. I can feel it. Tara is here, creating the new branch. Awesome. So many beautiful members of our community, lots of Akashic Records students in the house sharing. So this, everybody who comes together and participates in this space holds, what we do is we create an energetic synergy of all of us here together. Holly Crane, you guys, Miss Holly Crane, I call her Coach Holly, one of the biggest hearts, biggest philanthropists on the planet. And it's just, it makes me just really, like, my heart breaks open when I see how many rad people hang out here. The more you guys do on showing up in this space, the more that you, like, fine-tune your own experience with life. You see your own shit, you get it out of the way, you give yourself permission to dream big. The more we program the collective with this energy. So you are standing in your mission just by doing the work, showing up, working on yourself. This is the kind of action that takes place every month inside the Akashic Academy. Not only do we do new moon and full moon ceremonies, but every Wednesday I teach intuitive development. We do exercises like this. It's not just you hearing me blab and trying to make you laugh. I don't try to make you laugh. It just comes out sometimes. But I also teach stuff, real stuff too. And we practice, like we have real exercises that actually increase your bandwidth. Okay, the whole point is getting everybody to their sharpest so you can bring in what you're meant to bring in. Coach Nick does mindful living every Monday. This is really about breaking things down to becoming more focused and present in every moment of your life. When you can do that, you are an enlightened being, and that's what our goal is. And it takes a lot of reprogramming ourselves when we support each other, when we bring practical exercises, tips, and we do these kind of collective gatherings to make sure that we're constantly learning and growing. Geez Louise, things start to get fun and exciting. So if you are interested in participating, you're not yet a member of the Academy, I'm going to invite you to check out the AkashicAcademy.com. You can join. $44.44 a month gets you access to 10 exclusive workshops and trainings every single month. Only our members get access to these exclusive trainings, and this is specifically for advancing your light worker gifts, skills, and abilities, to advance your own self-realization, to advance your own ability to manage your internal energy and to create what you want, because you have all the tools to do it. But you got to be around people who are learning and uncovering how, and who are supporting you and how to do it, because it's not the traditional way of how we've been showing up in our life so far. It incorporates a lot of those ways, but it requires a new level of open-minded and open-heartedness, which we are gladly providing. I love you all. Check out what's going on inside the Akashic Academy. Join us this weekend for our celebration. Like I said, lots of good giveaways. And any of you guys who are looking for more healing, if you've got specific things going on that you wonder if the Akashic Records can help you, the answer is yes. Please reach out to me, and I would be happy to share how we could go about creating some healing and whatever assistance really that you're looking for to get this shit out of the way so we can get going. Love you guys. Wish me luck on the slopes. Bye.